Hi, Andrea. How are you?
Okay, thanks. How are
Good.
you?
Well, first, I want to start off by thanking you for being consistent and coming in and meeting with me. I think that's a very brave step that you're taking. Um, so, it's leading up to that. Today, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you and kind of discuss what your goals are, um, or what goals have you set for yourself, for you and Vincent, or receiving treatment and services.
Well, my main goal is to get Vincent back in my home with me, um, and to make it to my appointments. Um, and I, I guess to really to figure out a good way to stay on top of my meds. Yeah. But the main one is getting Vincent. That's my main goal.
So let's start off with the first one. Your main goal being you said to get Vincent back. And how do you think you can do that with all that is taking place? What are your, do you have a plan for that?
Hmm. Well, I guess I have to follow the list that they gave me. Um, I mean, some of the things seem kind of hard, or I feel like I've been doing some of those things. Um, but following their list and doing what the child protection people are wanting me to do.
Right.
Um, I don't know, it's really hard sometimes. I feel like I don't have a lot of help, and
Okay.
I'm having to figure it out all by myself, and it's hard.
So, I'm going to ask you what specifically makes it hard for you, and have you reached out to his social worker for additional resources and help from the department?
Well, I called once and and left a message. Um, but I guess I feel like I'm having to do all this by myself, and it's really hard. And sometimes I just don't even want to get out of bed. And I know that Vincent needs me, but sometimes I just don't want to. And maybe he's better off. Like maybe he's better off with them, and maybe I don't know. Like maybe he doesn't need me. Maybe I'm just maybe it's better for him if I just don't, or if I'm not here.
Okay, Andrea. So your response just now gave me a lot of information, and I'm just going to, if you don't mind, I would just like to gently express some concerns that I have, as well as some uh, concepts that we could add into your goal setting, so that you can accomplish them. So, in order to get Vincent back, yes, you will have to comply with Child Protective Services requirements. I am going to suggest to you that you contact his social worker and call for a wraparound meeting. And that's where everybody that's involved with your case and Vincent's will come together, including yourself, to talk about the situation and each requirement they would like for you to comply with and do. I also strongly suggest that you emphasize with the caseworker or social worker that his CASA is there, his which is the advocate for Vincent, as well as your attorney and his attorney. So then that way you can also understand the legal ramifications, and that the social worker is giving you the correct information that you need. Some of those requirements are required by law, and you need to understand what your rights are and what you need to do by law, first and foremost. Okay. Second of all, I would like to address your feelings about you thinking that maybe you'd be better off not here and Vincent without you. It sounds like you're getting discouraged and overwhelmed, and maybe some depression setting in. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like I keep doing things and I'm not getting anywhere. I mean, no one's on my side. Like it feels like no one's on my side.
Okay. So just to clear those worries and those concerns up, it's definitely important that you call for a wraparound meeting. You do have the right to do so, and that will clear up a lot of questions. You can ask questions. You can be advised, and by law, they have to follow that and be advised. I know it seems very scary for you, and you feel like you're alone. But Andrew, I want you to know that you're not. So one of your other goals was to continue to attend counseling. How do you feel about that? And is there anything else that you wanted to add to that goal?
No, I guess I just have to be consistent. My counselor is not really my favorite. Like, I don't know. I feel like he's not like he's just there. Like he's not really like listening to me or trying to help me. Like, can I switch counselors?
Yes, you may certainly switch counselors. Like I've mentioned before, it's very important that you address your concerns are addressed in that meeting. That can also come up because your mental well-being as well as your physical well-being is very important, and that's one of the department's concerns, that Vincent is safe as well as you are, and you're safe to parent him. So, yes, I would say that you could, unless there is an underlying factor as to why you could not, and make a connection with another counselor that you feel like is really helping you uh, maintain your stability and where and your status with your son and your family. That's very important. Um, and then you mentioned another goal is to stay on top of your meds. How is that working for you?
I've been doing okay. I forget sometimes, and sometimes I feel like I haven't been able to get out to get them. And I don't know what happened. Something happened at the pharmacy, and I don't know. I didn't have money to pay for a copay thing, whatever the charge was. And so that sometimes is a little hard. But for the most part, I've been doing all right, I guess.
Okay, so I could help you with that. I'm going to give you a phone number that I would like for you to call, and this phone number will point you and give you some suggestions on how to be able to afford your medication. and we'll address that. The other the other thing that you mentioned was not always being able to get your medicine and not being accessible. They do have programs called Meds by Mail, and that may be easier for you to receive your meds, where they actually mail them to your home.
Oh, that would be cool. I think that would be really helpful. Could you help me figure that out? How do I get set up for that?
Absolutely. I'm going to give you a number before we end our session, or I should say, when we end our session. And I really would like you to call that number. I've had other clients have really good luck with this program, and it works because you don't have to navigate through, the transportation. It's not going to be so much a challenge because, again, your meds are going to come directly to your house. The main component there is that you have to remember to call in your refills a week ahead of time, because it's coming to you by U.S. postal mail, and so you need to take into factors of weather and how they transport the mail and where your meds are actually coming from, so they can get to you on time and you can stay consistent with taking them. Okay.
Okay, that sounds good. So maybe I'll have to put it on my calendar to remember to call.
Absolutely. And if you don't mind, I might go ahead and have one of our receptionists follow up with you, uh, calling you or even sending an email just to remind you, as well as if you have went ahead and started the program, follow up with you. I really would like to see that resource uh, being used by you. I think it would be a great idea. And I think that you staying consistent with your medicine will definitely help you uh, stay in the mindset of the goal of getting Vincent back, and also incorporating your regular attendance with our meetings. And Andrea, I will tell you, these components that we're talking about right now are factors in you could bring up in this meeting. And yeah, I think that putting in the effort and the work, I believe that you will get Vincent back. I won't make any promises. The department is very unpredictable, but I can see an improvement with you, and just you setting goals. Uh, I think you're heading in the right direction. I'm also going to mail out a sample treatment plan, and these are just copies, as well as I have a copy here of making a change and agreeing to your professional services. And I just want you to look over those documents, so the next meeting that we have, you'll be familiar with the information, and possibly it'll make you more comfortable in filling it out. And then we could go ahead and take those next steps towards your goals. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Okay.
I'd
Well,
like that.
okay, Andrew. Well, our session is up, and I would like for us to continue to meet. So Monday at 8 o'clock. Does that sound reasonable? Your regular time?
Yep, I can do that.
Okay, Andrew. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon.
Thanks so much.
Goodbye.
Bye.